Jack's always very nice to me. I think he's very nice to everyone.
No, I'm nice to you because I was a fan of yours, of course. And I remember the first time I met you and all the other guys on Grown Up 3. I don't know how you felt, but I was terrified.
No, we were scared of you.
No,
No, actually, when I heard that, Sandler, he gets just a whim and he's like, what do you think of Shaq for this? And we were all like, Shaquille in this? We were like, how great, but how random. And then you came and it just added so much to it and so much more fun. It's great.
I was so nervous, but it kind of put me in basketball mode. I felt I was there. Well, you guys are comedy legends, but I remember the first time going to the All-Star game playing with all those legends.
Yeah.
Even though you're scared, you still have to perform. So
Yeah.
I wanted to bring a lot to that movie. And thanks for being nice to me. Appreciate you.
Dude, we had a blast on that movie. I'm
We did.
glad you were there. I still have good feelings about it. I saw it. I don't see it all the time. It's hard to watch your own stuff, but it was on TBS because it's on every 15 minutes on TBS, and it's keeping the lights on over there. And so I was watching. It was 1 and 2, but I saw a piece of each one. But I saw us out there. It's just good memories, a lot of fun. Good. And then we got it. And then remember, I get up when you're there, I think, and throw up.
Yeah, I remember that.
I don't know if it was real or not. I mean, it easily could have been.
It was real. It was real. It tastes real.
It tastes real.
That movie from afar looks like you guys are having a blast on set. So Shaq enters, and you're a Lakers fan too, right?
Sure.
So, is there a part of you guys that want to prank Shaq? Did anything like that happen? Or was it more like, let's make sure he has a good time with us?
I think it was make sure he feels okay and out here, even though he is a superstar. He's a little out of his element. And you forget that people feel a little weird coming somewhere. I feel weird coming on a set when I don't know everybody because it's their thing. So I want to come on and just be respectful and just do whatever I'm supposed to do. But he was great. I remember one time we... there was some mall near. I think we were in Boston or whatever, and they said, I don't know how it happened. Oh, Shaq's at the mall, and it was the weekend, and why don't you go say hi? Maybe he said, "Come say hi." So I went up there. I don't know what you're doing there, Shaquille. It's probably some charity or something nice.
Yeah,
and
something with the kids.
Yeah. So I went up there, and they thought I was one of the kids. So I went up there, and then and then Shaq does this thing. I don't know if he does it for everyone. Of course, I hated it the most. Picks me up in front of everyone.
Oh.
The old pick me up. And he picked me up. I didn't start crying, but I did. I didn't love it. And then because I look like such a pipsqueak, it's like Stuart Little holding me in his hand. And so I'm like, it was just before saying put me down like that. So I did. I rolled with it, And then I was a little shaken from the turbulence of being picked up. And then I walked back to the fountain dazed. But it was fun for everyone, literally everyone in the mall but me.
Except you.
Yeah, it's fun though.
I deeply apologize.
It doesn't. I think it's a good, funny move to do, and I was the other end. I don't really care.
So you're a Lakers fan, and Shaq and I have obviously talked about his partnership with Kobe. I think you and Farley had one of those true combinations, and then we talked about grown-ups and that team. I feel like teams with entertainers is harder than teams with athletes, whether it's like ego or whatever. What goes into a strong duo, a strong team when it comes to comedians and entertainers that you can see so much success?
Some are you see coming more. I mean, with grown-ups, it was sort of ours to screw up because we all knew each other. We already were kind of established. It was kind of fun to see everyone together. Like people like to watch Shaq and Charles and stuff. It's fun to watch that stuff. And obviously Kobe in those days. So that's fun to be with your team. And it's fun to go out with everybody when we were in Boston. And, we should all probably jump on the Blue Origin and do Grown-Ups in Space. That's obviously something that's being written right now.
Oh, nice.
And then Shaq, we'll fake it for sure. So you can.
Exactly.
Shaq just floats by.
Shaq, the easy thing about you is that you can touch every corner of that thing, so you're not going to get a ton of turbulence.
And my hair's not going to move.
Oh, yeah, your hair's not going to. I like the one where no one cared about the lady that was in space for 9 months lost. And then her hair's floating around, and no one gave a fuck about her. And then she gets back, and they're like, out of the way, the models are here. And then, and That was the funniest part, is that they were up there for 5 seconds. They got worldwide press. But that's just one of those fun things that happens in the world that just at least alleviates the seriousness of everything. They go up there. What'd you get done up there? They're like, literally nothing. What'd you prove? Nothing. Everyone's looking up to us. Why? I don't know. They should.
Look good, though. The makeup was looking good. The hair was looking good.
They literally looked up to you, but that was about it because you took off. But I also say, like, the Shaq, Kobe, you get asked about Kobe a lot. I get asked about Farley a lot. And I get asked about Adam. It's fun because the people you're with, everyone's curious about that. I think that the relationship with Chris kind of fell into place in the old days, and then the movies got lucky. That's another one. Black Sheep and Tommy Boy weren't $100 million movies, but they stick around, or you feel like you did something right. Obviously, those are big Farley movies, but I get to be in them, and then you're part of it. It's great.
Richard.
Yes.
Yeah, fun things. Fun things to remember. Just the jokes that don't test the highest. Because you're just looking for big scenes. Every movie we do, like, okay, that's the scene, they remember that, and then later you just start to remember throwaway lines. So all of our friends, and you guys probably do the same thing, is that you just repeat everything from some movie, and every teensy line that you didn't even hear the first 3 times. And now you're like, that's my favorite part, because I never heard them say that. I was laughing over that.
I just thought about that. What you just said about testing lines. It reminds me of like when Shaq, you get in arguments, Shaq, with like the Heat, where they would tell you need to be a certain weight. And you were like, I know what works for me. Yeah. I have to imagine as a comedian, you're also like, when something hits and they said it wouldn't, that has to feel so much vindication to be like, why would you know more than me?
Yeah, it's so fun. And then you're writing sketches and they say at like SNL, I don't think this will work. And then it's like personal challenge. Like, I think this is fun. I think this weird one. Tommy Boy had a lot of those in there that they just go, I don't even know what this is. Just try it. And we were really left alone. I mean, director, writers, one writer and us two. And then that's fun when it works. But they don't always work. And, I think my Rotten Tomatoes score is 100, but I think that's combined from 32 movies. So that's not great. That's not going to get me in the All-Star game.
It's better than my Rotten Tomatoes from Kazam.
Kazam, I forgot about that. Was it called Kazam or Shazam?
No, Kazam.
Shazam is the fake movie with Sinbad that people think is a real movie, but it's not.
That's what I thought.
See? No. Yeah, it doesn't exist.
Yeah, it doesn't exist. Kazam. So
go ahead.
Don't move on from Kazam. Let David talk about Kazam if you want.
Was Kazam a genie in a bottle?
Yeah, no, a genie in a boombox.
Oh my God! Well, okay, I've got a couple notes already.
That detail.
No, I like the idea of it.
Shaq, do you remember the little rap thing that you said when you first came out? Do you remember that?
No, because again, you're talking about fighting with the director. I'm like, this is not a rap. He's like, say it like this, like it's not a rap. But I'll say it how you want me to say it.
People don't get how tough it is.
It is. What time is it? It's game time. My favorite stretch of basketball season is here, the playoff push. Nothing like sitting on some courtside seats watching your favorite player ball out. Game time makes getting tickets faster and easier, even for hard-to-get playoff seats. Prices on the Game Time app actually go down the closer it goes to tip-off. With killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and the lowest price guarantee, Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying NBA playoff tickets.
What I also really like about the Game Time app are those killer last-minute deals. It's also that all-in pricing, so you're not getting those surprise fees at checkout, which makes you sometimes go, I don't want these. So for all of you who love this time of year, just like me with the playoffs, and it's right here upon us, Game Time's last-minute deals can save you up to 60% of the ticket price. They also have flash deals, zone deals, where you can save even more by letting Game Time choose the best seats in the section of your choosing. Just download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code BIGPOD for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account on the Game Time app and redeem code BIGPOD for $20 off your very first purchase. What time did I say it was? It is still Game Time, baby.
Playoff basketball is here, and there's still plenty of game left to be played. Don't miss a second of the hoops action with my partners at DraftKings Sportsbook. From every game day until the trophy is lifted, DraftKings Sportsbook has you covered with same-game parlays, odds boosts, and so much more.
Right now, they're giving all new customers $200 in bonus bets instantly after betting just $5. Don't wait. Download the DraftKings app now and sign up using code BIGPOD. The crown is yours. Stay in on the action and use your $200 in bonus bets on DraftKings same-game parlay for a shot at an even bigger payout. Combine multiple bets together for the same game. Love the thrill of live betting? DraftKings has got you covered. Bet live on in-progress games right as they happen, making watching the game that much more exciting.
If sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Pick 6, and you have the shot to win cash prizes.
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use my promo code BIGPOD and bet just $5 on any wager and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code BIGPOD, only at DraftKings Sportsbook.